I'd like to give a big shout out to the Music Connection, to Danny and Adam, both brothers, and doing a great job with their magazine. I've seen many of their videos, and I mean, they're doing some really top interviews with top-notch artists. And we just appreciate, Dad appreciates being a part of their database. And please support them. And if you have any kind of event or something to offer that they could look into, feel free to contact them. And again, thank you so much, Music Connection, Daddy Adam, and doing a great job. Keep it up.
All right, so Rudy, thanks for rocking with us at Music Connection Magazine, legendary group Tierra. If you could just lay the foundation early on, like how did you guys get that name?
Actually, when I met Rudy in 1971, I met him through another group, and he presented the concept for Tierra that him and his brother had some original songs, and that they got this concept for Tierra. And the way Rudy explained it to me was, you know, Tierra's earth, land, dirt, everything comes from the earth, and that's where we return. And also with the land covers the whole world, and Tierra, we wanted to reach as many people as we could with our music, and you know, share our culture and all of our background. And each guy that was a member at that time had different musical backgrounds, you know, Spanish, R&B, Latin, oldies, just jazz. You know. And I think Rudy at that time, he felt that the Tierra would captivate everything. It would just include from people to music to just everything in general.
Yeah, I like that. I like that right there. And then how does it feel to be the last surviving member from the original?
Well, wow, it's a combination. It's an honor that I'm still able to carry on the name of being part of one of the originals. But it's also sad to know that, you know, I've lost my fellow founding members, you know, Rudy, Steve, David Torres, Kenny Roman, and actually Albert Bustillo, but he's still alive, but he was our first drummer. But just to know that, it's kind of a sad thing, but at the same time, it's really an honor to be able to say that I'm still here as far as one of the founding members. And you know, it means a lot to me, and I think it's probably an inspiration, I hope, to the other guys that have joined since then, and since the passing of our two brothers, Rudy, the Salas brothers, to know that there's still somebody here that represents the history from day one.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, for sure. And what do you think Tierra means to Chicanos and Latinos in Los Angeles and or the whole world?
I think with Tierra, we've always, through our music, you know, because you know, music is an international language. It doesn't matter what you speak, you know, the music speaks to you, to your heart. And I just think with Tierra's involvement, especially with Rudy and his family being so involved in the Chicano movements and the community, that it's an inspiration, I think, to the Latino community, that whether it's music, law, starting your own business, just an inspiration for the kids to want to continue their education, and this shows that with, you know, perseverance and determination and being proud of who we are, that we have something to offer, that anything is possible, and we're just hoping that we continue inspiring the younger generation and the parents to push their children to want to do better in life.
Definitely, for sure. And that kind of piggybacks to the next question, in that, what do you want Tierra's legacy to be?
I think overall the combination is that the band does leave behind not only our music, which so many people love and enjoy, and it's great to see younger people at our concerts that are being inspired by our music, and you know, that their parents pass it on to their kids, and it's just continuation. And just the legacy of Rudy Salas and Steve Salas, and of course the founding members, and actually all musicians that have come and gone and been a part of the group. We've all contributed in our own way to where Tierra is today. And like I say, for musicians and younger musicians, an inspiration to them, and for the community to know that we've always supported the Chicano community. And like Joanna had mentioned just recently, that Tierra now, I mean, we're like a melting pot. We have a Puerto Rican lead singer, we have a Native American guitar player, we have a Caucasian trumpet player, our honorary Chicano, I call him Jeff Luis, his name is Jeff Lewis. So it's not just about now Chicanos, it's just about people in general. We're bringing everybody together. And when it says si se puede and then juntos, that means everybody, the whole world, anybody that comes to hear us, that they see that we're not just focusing on ourselves, we're focusing on everybody. It's love.
For sure, for sure. So I know we're backstage at a show today. You mind telling us about today's event?
Today's at the Chicano Moratorium. Actually, when I grew up during that time, I was living in Inland Empire, so when I came into the band, over there we didn't hear as much about it, but we knew, from news events, we saw what was happening, and when we started performing and seeing how we were influencing and supporting, the position of the Chicanos. Today is like another historical day to remember all those times and how important it was for the awareness of the community and for Chicanos, and I just think that events like this furthers our culture and our roots and keeps people aware that, like I say, be proud of who we are. We have a lot to offer, and just to always reach for the sky. Do it the best we can.
Yeah, we're definitely pushing culture.
Yes.
For sure. And any other upcoming shows, tours, anything that we can look forward to?
We have it's called the Super Legends Cruise. That's coming up September 15th to the 18th. We'll be on a new ship on the Royal Caribbean, and it's a huge lineup. Tower of Power, it was Lobos, War, Brentwood, Ozomatli, just the list goes on and on. Of course, ourselves, and we're just fortunate to be a part of that lineup. So that's going to be an exciting
And you're traveling from where to where?
We'll be traveling from San Pedro to Ensenada, doing the travel.
And then back around?
Back around.
Right. It's a few days?
It's a few days, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a lot of music in those 3 days. It's really, last time we were on the cruise, we had a great time. And then the musicians end up sitting in. We had some guys from War. 2 of them actually performed with us, and the leader sat in.
Oh, okay.
It's just
like
a brotherhood.
an all-star type.
Yeah, an all-star brotherhood of musicians. Back in the old days, I remember that it used to be Battle of the Bands, and it was kind of almost like little gangs. Now we're gonna outdo these guys.
Right.
But now it's about just respecting, camaraderie, respecting each other.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Great. And where online can others find you? Social media?
At this point, we don't really have
We're still building it.
Yeah, we're still building the site. That's Joanna.
Sorry. They can always go to my site and see everything.
Yeah.
Joanna Salas.
Joanna Salas.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Joanna Salas?
yes,
Okay.
on Facebook, Instagram, and myself, Rudy Balvia. I have Facebook. Roger Rivas has a lot of posting on his Facebook. He's a keyboard player.
For sure.
Yeah.
Check out. And lastly, what's one piece of advice that you give to any up-and-coming artist that wants to get into the industry, the game?
Mm-hmm. I would say to be safe. Like I said, I think education comes first for the young generation, to make sure that they do get an education, a well-rounded education. And if they feel that music is their passion, or being an artist, or whatever it is, to do the best they can to hone that career and practicing and just really getting into what they want to do.